Hello Math1 class, we are going to do Ready Set and Go section 5.5. Topic is graphing in two variable inequality, MVP curriculum. And let's start with the very first questions. For each inequality and graph, pick a point and use it to determine which half plane should be shaded, then shade the correct half plane. So you can always test a point here, like in order to check which point, but I'm going to tell you a quick and easy strategy is to just look at the y-intercept here. Your y-intercept is -4, so that belongs to this point, -4. And if it is less than equal to, so you look at the y-intercept and you always shade the below part. So for this one, shading should be done here. So we can just by looking, we can say that. But I can tell you how to test a point. So if we have to test a point, for that, it's always good to use 0, 0, less calculation involved, origin. So y is less than equal to 1 over 5x minus 4. I just plug in y is 0. 0 is less than equal to 1 over 5 times 0 minus 4. And 0 is less than equal to -4. Is that true? No, that's not true. So this is not supposed to be the belonging to the solution part. It means you graph below the line. So that's another way to figure out that's false. It's false, not a solution. It means that doesn't belong to the solution part, so you shade below. So you always, easiest thing is to test a point, and if you're not given a point, so ideally best is to use 0, 0 to avoid any more of the calculation. You can do that. If I have to do this one, this question, for this one you can test with 0, 0 will tell you, but the same quick strategy, it's +5. My y-intercept is at 5 here, and that says greater, so it greater equal to means you have to graph above than that. It means when I think it, this part should be shaded, but I can still show it mathematically, like algebraically, by testing a point. So let's test a point. Like, so this is a quick trick, but if I have to do that, what I would do, I just plug in testing a point, and point I always choose to be 0, 0. That's easier too. If they don't give me any point, I just pick 0, 0. That's easier. Y is greater equal to -3x plus 5, and y is 0 greater equal to -3 times 0 plus 5. 0 is greater equal to 5. Is 0 is greater equal to 5? No, that's false. False, so I can say not a solution. If it is not a solution, means this part, the white portion of this graph, I don't have to shade. I have to shade on this side. That's above. You can always use the testing a point. So I'm just giving you the answer for third one. For third one, what we need to do before even shading, you can test a point like that way, or another way is to change it into slope intercept form. I'll be getting -2y is less than equal to -5x plus 10, and then I have divide by -2, y is greater equal to, when I do that, so I get 5 over 2 minus 5 over 2x minus 5. Alright, so it means it's -5 here, and it's greater equal to, and so above the y-intercept means my shading is going to be done here. That's a quick trick, but you can always plug in point 0, 0. So I can show you, if you plug in 0, 0, so that's 5 times 0 minus 2 times 0 less than equal to 10. 0 is less than equal to 10. Is that true? Yes, that's true. It means wherever 0, 0 is, that plane is the half plane, is the solution area. So that's why you shaded here. Same way you can do here. Let's do without the quick trick. just plug in 0, 0 because that's my testing point. 3 times 0 plus 4 times 0 is greater or equal to 24. Everything will turn 0 on left hand side. 0 is greater or equal to 24. Is 0 is greater or equal to 24? No, that's false. If it is not, so it means this area is not the solution area. It means other side, other half plane is the solution area. So it means we graph it, shade it here. So let's move to the other part. If we have here, we have set part, writing two variables inequality. So you have been given a shaded region and you have to give the inequality for that. Easy thing, just write in standard format of inequality. Y is, now in this case your y-intercept is what? This is, if I count it, that's going to be 7, and then I have to have the slope. So if I see the rise over run thing, so it goes down by 7, -7, and it's run by 3, 3, 6 and 7, so it's run by 7. So my slope is -7 over 7 is -1, and it's shaded below. So below, and this means this is solid line, solid, it means it has to have equal symbol. So below means less than, solid, that's why I have to have equal. Now my slope is mx plus b format. M is -x and b is 7. So I just wrote my inequality here. I need m and b. So this is my b. So I have to look at the b and m and the kind of line and where the shading is done. Let's see this one, 6. What is my b? B in this case is -4. And what is my slope? Rise over run. I take these 2 points and see what's the rise and run for that. It goes up by 4 and run by 2. 4 over 2, that's 2. So y, something has to be filled in here, mx plus b. So let's fill y. M is what? 2x. B is -4. But I see the shading is done. This is the y-intercept. If I see it is above, it is above, it means it is greater. And because it's dashed line, so there won't be any equal symbol here. So I leave it as it is. If it is solid line, I make it greater or equal to symbol. If I go to the 7th, look at the b. B is 10. And what is the m? If I have to choose, so this point and this point, rise over run. So if I see, so between these 2 points I'm going, so I'm rising up by 10 and I'm running up by 5. So, and that is, m is going to be 10 over 5, and that's 2. That's my slope. And I have, so when I write it, m x plus b and y, something has to be here, I don't know, that's a question mark. Y is, m is 2x and b is 10. And now I just look the location of shading above or below the y-intercept. This is the y-intercept and it is shaded below that. Below means is less than and it's dashed, so it means no equal symbol involved. So that's my inequality. If I go to this one, 8th, if I have to write it, so I just get my y-intercept, that is going to be 5. So b is 5. I have to have the slope for this. So for slope, I'll be picking 2 points here. I feel like I need to pick these 2 points, and I see this is 2 units rise and 6 units run. 6 unit run. So my m is rise over run, so 2 over 6, that 1/3. And again y is mx plus b. I don't know the symbol here, that's a question mark. Y is, m is what? 1/3 x and b is 5. Now I look the location of this y-intercept and everything is shaded above this side. above means it's greater, but then I see it's solid line. This line is solid, that means equal symbol is going to be here. So that's my answer. Let's move to question number 9. We go to the go part. For each proportional relationships below, one representation is provided. Create the remaining representations and explain any connections you notice between representations. So I'll be doing some random problems here. So the first one, 9th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 16, 24, 32. So just plot the points. Just imagine if this is your 4 and this is, if I mark each unit as 4 here, each box as 4, so this is 8, that's going to be 16, that's going to be 24, it's going to be 32. If I mark my points, first is at 1 it's 8, that's here. Second, at 2 it is going to be 16, so it's here. At 3 it's 24, I mark here. And then let me just, then I have for 4, that's going to be 32 here. So I'll mark the point, and if I have to explain it, create a context. So here I could say anything. It's the cost of something and its number of days. Something each day is costing $8. So we can make that it costs $8 per day to rent a bike. Anything, make any context, your story, anything. If I go for the same thing, 10, you can create any story, whatever you like to make. I'm just moving to the other kind of question, that is 3x. So here for 11, if I talk about there, I have to create tables. So if I can talk about day, and if I can talk about meals. In one day, you ate. So if x is 1, I have to find y. So this is your x and this is your y, that is 3x. Plug it in, you get 3. For 2, you get 6. For 3, you get 9. Just keep on plugging, and for 4, you get 12. So you need to plot the points. If I assume each box to be 1 unit on x-axis, if it is 1, 2, and if I assume it to be 3, and that's 4, that's 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. And if I have to graph my table here, so at 1 day you have total 3 meals. In 2 days you have 6, 9, and 12, and so on, if you want to extend your table. So I could just simply say I eat 3 meals a day, or per day. Use per day, that's more appropriate. Or anything I read 3 pages a day. All right, let's move to this one. The 12th is kind of exciting, where you have equation is given in slope intercept form. Means something already, you had something, even you started the activity, means you need to start with 9 and then -1 is your slope. Means every day it's decreasing by 1. So if in beginning you had 9, x is 0, so you get obviously 9 if you even plug it in over there. If you plug in 1, x is 1, you get 8. You have to plug in here values of 0, 1, 2, 3, and see what you get as y. When you plug in 2, you get 7. For 3, you get 6, and so on. Okay, so if I have to graph it, I could see that for 0 it is 9 here. They already gave you the graph to help you. and then 1 is 8, at 1 it is 8, then 2 is 7, and so on. It keeps on decreasing each day. So we can say there was 9 gallons of water in the tank, and we can say that each hour 1 gallon water is drained, because it's getting lesser, and one time it will be 0. So that is all. Let me know if you get it. If you have any question, leave it in the comment box. Thank you so much.